So one of the things that I would ask a property management company that I'm considering utilising to look after my investment home would be, how many homes in total will my property manager be looking after? The reason why that's really important, and if you talk to seasoned property investors, the biggest frustration that they have with property management companies is the lack of communication with their property manager. And it can be as simple as they send an email and they don't get a reply, or they make a phone call and there's no return call from the property manager. See, the common trait in property management is property managers manage far too many homes. They can't do it effectively. And that can be as simple as meaning they're not going to communicate effectively with their landlord, but some of the bigger concerns can range from loss of rent. Let's say that the property manager is too busy to notice that the tenant hadn't paid rent and therefore forgot to issue them with the breach notices. It can be the release renewal process never started well enough in advance, which means that you as an owner run the risk of having your property empty. See, what happens is that when a property manager is looking after far too many homes, stuff starts to fall through the cracks. So it's really important that the company that you're interviewing clearly indicate to you what's their policy around how many properties that property manager should be looking after. In my experience, we don't exceed 130. I believe that 130 is a good figure that a property manager can do extremely effectively. I know they can do that really easily, which means that the service that we're going to be providing to our landlords is better than anybody else. So in my experience, I've seen other companies that ramp that right up to around 200. And I just can't see how one property manager can effectively manage 200 homes. See, the other issue is that if a property manager is working so hard, they're trying to manage 200 properties, you're going to experience that property manager is going to burn out. And that's another big frustration from property owners and investors, is the high turnover of property managers. So what my policy is, we try and deliberately keep the number of properties that they're managing low, which means they're going to be able to do that more productive, more effectively. We're probably going to retain them longer because they're not as stressed. So it's an important question to ask.